My oh my, what an episode. Welcome everybody, I am AJ from ToPo, bringing you episode 9 of Girl Gun Lady. And, Jesus, this episode was just something else. I am honestly shocked that we went from the Ryuki story, which I was getting very annoyed at, to honestly a lot of great twists and turns. So straight into it, we have a flashback of Matsuko and when she was Lady Amatsu and her team. So basically every Girl Gun Lady does not know what's going to happen to them or their team once they win. They just know they become human. And some BS about them being freed, or their team being freed. So we know that's a lie now. We know that once they win, they have to use somebody. So what I assume is they use the souls of the 3 team members to make the Girl Gun Lady a human. That's what I'm assuming. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But still, it's still very interesting because we get the entire flashback. We get to see her team. The only thing we don't see in the flashback, which I'm kind of disappointed at, is Matsuko in her Amatsu getup, which is, granted, it is just a recolor of Alice, but still, I would have liked to see it. It would just for the yucks. So we find out that as soon as she became human, the whole world was given fake memories of her. Seemingly out of nowhere, she had a friend, a childhood friend no less, and she had a or a mother at least, all completely fabricated. How did see? This is the only thing I don't get is how the guy does it, but we'll get to this. I have a theory, mainly because of the show. So after this, Matsuko tells, she's telling this to Tachibana. Tachibana's like, what? No, you're fucking high, dude. So Tachibana runs away, and Matsuko's just like, shit, man, what am I gonna do? So, what any sensible person does, she gets the remaining members of Delta, which is one person, and Charlie, which is all of them, surprisingly. Yeah, none of them died. Yeah, all of Charlie's still alive. And it's not just like new players either. These are the same girls. So, I guess in the long run, Charlie wins in that category. So she's basically telling them all, look, we gotta do this, because if not, we're all gonna fucking die. All of us. And we can't do this. So, a weird thing about this episode is that there seems to be a lot of weird comedy in it. Not bad comedy. In fact, it did get a couple of chuckles out of me, but it was kind of off-putting, like kind of weird, because there's this part where Matsuko is showing off the item that we need to find, which is a Girl Gun number. And she accidentally shows a picture of a panda, and it just makes this weird, awkward moment. Like, again, it got a chuckle out of me, but it was just so weird that they just plopped this in the middle of this conversation. It felt very, I hate to say it, but it felt very MCU in its delivery. And that's not the only part of comedy in the entire show, or at least in this episode. Another part is how they try and find Mr. M, and they think, oh, it's Mr. Moriyama, the nurse, or the substitute nurse, or something like that, the guy who builds model kits in his office, which, by the way, beautiful displays, my dude. Seriously, beautiful displays, 10 out of 10. So what they do, or how they get to this conclusion is kind of weird. So they basically make the teacher, yeah, I remember her, the teacher go up to him because he has a crush on her, and she's like, can I go to your house? And he's just like, what? and even the teacher's just like, what the fuck are you talking about, chicks? Like, what do you want me to go to his house for? And they explain, no, we want you to go find the Girl Gun armor. She doesn't find it, and finally she comes up to them, and she's just like, okay, what the fuck are you guys doing? And again, another weird little bit of comedy. They're just kind of sitting around at the school hallway, or in the schoolyard, and just watching a plane fly by. It's so weird. This whole episode is so tonally fucked. And it's not like a bad thing. Like, I didn't feel like it distracted. It was just weird. So finally we get to the serious part of this episode, where everyone's basically telling Tachibana, hey, you gotta kill this guy, you gotta kill this guy, you gotta kill the main guy, you gotta kill the main guy. And she's almost gonna have a mental breakdown before the teacher's just like, alright, calm the fuck down. Tachibana, sit with me now. We need to talk about this. So before they even get to speak, before anything happens, they get summoned to the girl gun fight, which I was under the assumption this only happened at night. I don't know about anybody else, but I was under the assumption that this only happened during the nighttime. I don't know when that changed, or maybe it just changed for this one time. I don't know. So finally, they get into the girl gun fight, and Alice is there all hunky-dory, and she notices that Fuyumi, I don't know why I want to say Fuyu. Well, no, that's technically her nickname. Anyways, so she notices Fuyumi's basically having a panic attack. She's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? So we finally go inside, and the mastermind is revealed. And it's the person you fucking thought. It is the owner of the model kit shop. To no one's surprise. Literally no one's surprise. If you did not see this coming, you probably also thought Wise Man and White Wizard were very different people. Like, seriously, there's no way you couldn't have seen this coming. It was obvious. So painfully obvious. So, he basically is explaining, like, yeah, I'm the guy who did it. And he mentioned something. He mentioned something offhandedly, which makes me very intrigued. Very intrigued. So, for one, he basically said that he makes the girl gun ladies to make them human. Basically like a really fucked up Geppetto from Pinocchio. But in regards to the girls, the fighters, he doesn't just call them people, like humans, you know, like how every generic anime villain, like, us humans are disgusting. No, he calls them earthlings. Earthlings. Which makes me think, is he a fucking Lamau? Is he an A Lamau? Are we doing this? Is it aliens? Are we doing aliens? Because if that is what it is, holy shit, that's stupid. That is beyond stupid. That is just, what the fuck? I hope that's not it. I really hope he's not an alien. Because if he's an alien, holy shit, what the fuck? So, while this is going on, the 3 remaining commanders are tasked with killing all of the remaining players. Basically, kill them, and you don't get destroyed. Which means, this kind of answers my question from the last review, where I asked, what are the girl gun ladies doing before this? Are they all the same, or do they get remade every once in a while? So I guess technically, only one of them survives. So one of them becomes human and one of them survives to the next season. I get it. So I guess that kind of makes me think, who was the one who survived from the last time? I mean, it was probably Daisy. I mean, look at that chick. She fucking steps on balls. I know that. So, anyways. So, of course, they all survive, or at least Matsuko survives, by shooting Bianca in the fucking head, because apparently that's their only weak point. Everything else is fucking god-moded. So, yeah, headshotted, all of them dead, Matsuko's alive, and Alice is like, what the fuck? This is dumb. So, she finally leaves, and she goes to Matsuko, and we think, oh, she's gonna tell Matsuko, you know, I'll help you or anything. But, no. She attacks Matsuko, and fucking kills her. Yeah, she shoots her right in the back. Now, of course, and that's only because I kind of got a little spoiled from the preview, I should say. My tongue got twisted from the preview. There may have been a plan here, a strange plan, but a plan nonetheless. But as it is now, Alice technically heel turned, which is amazing. I mean, if they stick with it, it would have been a great twist, but I don't think they're going to, because, I mean, that's not this kind of show. So, finally, that's where it ends, And yeah, next episode's the last episode, guys. Episode 10. The final episode. I'm kind of debating on whether or not I'm going to do an episode review on it. Maybe I will. But I'm thinking of just leaving episode 10 off the table so I can review it with Jay when he eventually watches it, which we probably will do it the week that episode 10 comes out, which will be very interesting. So yeah, it's an interesting little thing here. So 10 episodes. Shocking. It's only going to be 10 episodes. But if this is the only thing we're going to get for Girl Gun Lady, like if this is the only season, I'm not going to say anything yet, but I think I can give this show a thumbs up. Maybe. But we'll just see when episode 10 comes out. And that's about it. So if you like what you saw, please like, comment, subscribe, and, check out these other videos because you're beautiful, that's why. And I'll see you next week. Bye.